Hey everyone, so this is my first, oh god, look at my hair. This is my first vlog in a little while. I'm not sure when this is going to go up. It's probably going to go up before the last video I filmed. I don't know if you can tell, but this is Polly. She's new and she's currently very intrigued by the camera. We adopted her we're currently in July and we adopted her on the 17th of June. So we've had her for about 3 weeks and she is settling in. She doesn't mind the sound of the sewing machine. The only thing that she dislikes is when people yawn unexpectedly. That and young men. She's coming over to the camera again. So she's probably just going to sit and steal the limelight, bobbing her head around. She's very intrigued. But yeah, so this video is about the Abakhans summer filler bag sale. Some of you may have watched my previous video where I showed you what I got during the winter filler bag sale. I think I spent, it was either £30 or £40 last year, so it would have been 3 bags of fabric or 4 bags of fabric. And I seem to think I got like 20-ish pieces of fabric, but obviously because that was the winter filler bag sale, it was winter fabrics, so it was a lot of wool and like coat making fabrics, that sort of thing. This one, however, was the summer one, so I think I worked out that I spent £5 on 50 zips. I'm always running out of zips, so I just picked the length that looked like it was best for sort of an all-rounder. I think I've got 25 black and 25 of like a beige, so this should go with just about everything. So I got those, they were £5, and then I had 2 £10 bags and a £5 bag. So in total I spent £25 on fabric, and I think I got about 30 odd pieces of fabric. It was stressful. In a way it was sort of less stressful than the winter one, because I went with my mum and my sister and my dad, and I actually took my son with me as well, because we were trying to work out what to do with him, and my dad was like, well, I'll just take him round, like Hanley. And I was like, oh, well, that's a good idea. And then my son was like, I want to pick fabrics for you. So we brought him in and he was like, I'm going to pick some fabrics. When he got bored, him and Grandad tootled off and had a drink or whatnot, or I think they had an oatcake at one point. But yeah, so we come and he has actually chosen some of the fabrics. Some of them I like, some of them I like a little bit less, but he enjoyed himself, which is the main thing. But we went, so there was 5 of us, and we got there early because I didn't want to queue up. When me and my mum went for the one in winter, we got there I think about 10 minutes before it was due to open, and we had to queue for about 40 minutes just to get in. So I was like, that's not happening this time. I said, I want to be at the front of the queue. And then as it goes, because it was so warm, not many people went. So yeah, so I got £25 worth of fabric. I have no idea what I'm really going to do with any of it. I didn't go in. I know a couple of people walk in and they're like, oh, I want this, I want this, I want this. I didn't. I was just like, if I like it, if I like how it looks, if I like how it feels, even if I'm not sure about it, for £10 to fill a bag, like, I'll just get it anyway. So there's a couple of wild ones in there. Some of them, now I've looked at them, I have an idea of what I'm going to do with them, but others I'm just like, it might just, oh, she jumped. She's like down here and she just keeps looking at me like, who are you talking to? Right, so this is probably going to be a long one, so if you want to pause, go make a cup of tea. I have one here with a coaster attached to it. Oh my god, that's boiling. I think I've just burnt my tongue. Oh! Right, so if you've made your brew, let's get started. So this is actually one of the ones that Marcus picked for me, my little boy. As you can see, it's like a sparkly black netting. So it's a black netting and then it's got sparkly polka dots on it. The glitter gets everywhere. It's going to be a tutu. I've actually worn my white tutu that I made once out and about. Loved it. Felt like such a princess. So think I'm going to make another tutu, but in black, because black's more wearable. So that's that. There's quite a lot of that. This is something that I just sort of saw and was like, I like it. So it's like a tie-dye, but it's in like a green and it's quite silky and floaty. I don't normally wear green, but it was just one of those fabrics that just appealed to me, and I was like, you know what, just chuck it in the bag, because even if I just use it as a lining, it's going to be a lining that I like. For those of you that remember when I got all of the like old vintage patterns, quite a few of them were 70s patterns. 70s fabric. So this is quite floaty as well, but it's very flower power, and I thought that was quite cute. A lot of the fabrics this time were a lot more floaty. This is another one that Marcus chose, and it's like blue and red glittery. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but he really liked it. He picked it up like 5 or 6 times, and I'd said no to a couple of things that he'd like picked up, mainly like orangey things or like dirty brown coloured things, but I said I'd have this, so I had that. Just some polka dots, white polka dots. I think it's a georgette type thing on a navy background. As you can see, some of them do have like flaws in, but my last batch had flaws in, and what I did was, as soon as I pre-washed them and ironed them, I took electrical tape in bright blue, and if there was like a hole or like a problem with the pattern, I went round it with the electrical tape, because that way you can clearly see it, and it means that you don't end up cutting something out wrong. And also, even if you don't spot it straight away, you can feel the electrical tape as you put your pin through. So, top tip right there. Don't say I don't tell you anything educational. This is just some like really soft blue. I think it's like shirting, but I've been wanting to make a shirt, so I figured that would work quite nicely. I got some whitey cream lace. This isn't like curtain lace, this is just like regular lace, but I thought it'd make me a really nice kimono cardigan. Yesterday it was sunny, today it's actually pretty dull. I mean, I've got a jumper on and everything. Like, we've been struggling with walking the dog because it's been so hot we can't put her on the pavement in case she burns her paws, so she's been going at either like 7 in the morning, which is a bit of a squeeze because obviously we've got the school run, or she's been going at like 9 o'clock at night when everything's finally cooled down, so we don't want her to get heat stroke. But today I come back from school and at about 9:30 she had a walk, which she enjoyed, but yeah, it's been really, really hot, so I thought like a little lace kimono would be great, but now the weather's turned again. I think summer's gone. The World Cup's dreams are over. Summer's gone. This is one that Marcus picked out as well. It's not something I'd normally choose. So it's like I think it's like a meshy type net, and then it's sort of got like a little flecked pattern on it. It's kind of more of a plum colour in real life. Not really sure what I'm going to do with it. Maybe some sort of like meshy wrap top thing, I don't know. As I said, I was starting to feel bad because I just seemed to be rejected everything he held up. This is like a teal, I want to say scuba, like Pontoroma scuba type thing, but it's got like a little pattern of houndstooth on it, but it's been like embossed in. So I thought that would make quite a nice winter dress. I've got something quite similar in another colour, so I might just make another one of those. So I thought that was quite a bit different, a bit cute. So I think that was everything out of my £5 bag, which was this size. There's actually not a huge amount of size difference between the £5 bag and the £10 bag, I don't think. I got this, which is a jersey decorated with Mickey Mouse heads. The only trouble is the Mickey Mouse print has been printed on and the back's white, so it does have stretch, but when you stretch it, Mickey goes like cracked and see-through. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I think it's actually going to end up having to be something that's not stretch, just because I don't want to ruin the Mickey Mouse print. I suppose this doesn't stretch too much, so maybe I'll just make like a raglan jumper. Raglan. This is like some sort of crepe, I think, and it's got little mouths on it, which I thought was pretty cute. I've got 2 of these. I've got one for me. It's like a little pattern of fans on some sort of crepe, like a polyester crepe maybe. It's got like a little, no, it doesn't have stretch, but it feels good. I like it. It feels like it might be a bit sweaty, but I wear deodorant, so I think I'll be okay. It's got like a little pattern of fans on it. I got one for me and one for my mum. Mine's going to be a dress, and my mum wants a caftan for in the camper van for when she's walking back from the shower block, so she doesn't have to walk back with like a towel wrapped around her. She can just put a caftan on, it gives her a bit more coverage. This is some like, I want to say like Royal Navy blue, you know, like battleship blue, like that grey blue. Cotton. So I'm not sure what it's going to be yet, but I think it's pretty cute. It almost looks like denim from here, so maybe might do some sort of like folksy denim-y dress. For some reason, I was like, when I was there, I was like, oh, I'm going to get some linen, because last time I got some linen and I really liked it. And when I come back, I was like, how did I end up with so much linen? Was I literally, like, every time I picked up a piece of linen, just being like, oh yeah, I wanted some linen. So, linen number 1. Kind of like a grey colour, like a grey dark bluey colour. Grey dark blue. It'll be nice for winter. I just like the way that it hangs on. I made an Audrey Hepburn dress from the Little Black Dress book, and I just really liked how it hung, the linen did, and I liked how easy it was to iron, so yeah. This is like a sweatshirt material. It's in red, and it's got, what is that called? It's quilted with little diamonds, so it's really, really snuggly. It's really nice, it's really soft. I already know that this is going to be a Stella hoodie by Tilly and the Buttons. I was going to ask for the book for my birthday, but I was kind of looking, I was like, I think the only pattern that I really, really like out of it is the Stella hoodie. So luckily the great big pattern swap was happening on Instagram, and I was cheeky enough in my post where I was getting rid of some patterns to just say like, if anybody's getting rid of their Stella hoodie pattern because it came free with the magazine and they've got the book so they don't need it, like, can I please have first dibs? As it goes, somebody posted and said yes, they got it, but by then I'd already spotted one and had first dibs on it, so that arrived today. This is getting pre-washed today. I'm making a hoodie. I'm very excited. Loves a hoodie. If there's enough, I might make some matching jogger bottoms. What else have we got? This, it's like a check, but it's like a slinky material. It kind of bounces. I'm very much on board with it. I think it's going to be like a top or something. I just love gingham. Like, it's the best thing in the world. And this is just like a different type of gingham. It's a different sort of colour. I wasn't scared to pick up smaller amounts of fabric because I know that I need more tops. Like, I am reaching the point now where my wardrobe is very nearly like, well, I do tend to wear something handmade every single day. Aside from like jeans, which I do still buy, other than that, something handmade every day. Today it's this and like a little bralette thing. So then we have some more linen, this time in navy. Quite another big piece, so more linen. I got this, which is like a poly silk, but it's got like little dots on it, and I kind of want to make myself like a black silk shirt, but I can't decide if it's going to end up looking like pyjamas and if it's like a bit 90s and a bit tacky. If I do think it'll end up tacky, I might just make myself some pyjamas. So I do spend a lot of time in pyjamas, so it'd be worth it. I've got this, which is kind of like a pleated sort of texture. I don't think it stretches. No stretch. I do have a pattern in mind for it, but I'll have to see like sort of weights and how much I've got. Otherwise it'll just sit and stash. Do you know I've actually got nowhere to store any of this? Ricky was like, you're going to this fabric sale? I was like, yeah. And he was like, but where are you going to put the fabric? I was like, I'll find somewhere to put it. He was like, but it's all supposed to fit in the cupboard. I was like, well, it doesn't. And I'm sorry, but 32 pieces of fabric for 25 quid, it's just too good to pass up. Like, if I was to go out and buy each of these pieces of fabric individually, I'd spend a fortune, and I just can't afford to. So, looks like we're just going to have to find some room. I got this. This was another one of my last minute sort of purchases. Is that the wrong way? That's the wrong way. So it's kind of like a stripy, floral, flowery print. I actually held it up and my dad went, I like that, that's nice. So I think that's why I took it, because my dad was like, he thought it was nice, and he does actually have pretty good taste. So yeah. Again, no idea what it's going to be. So that was one of the £10 bags. So that's the width of a £10 bag. This is the width of a £5 bag. And the height's the same. So you only get a little bit extra. Is there more depth? There's a little bit more depth. I might have to do an experiment later and see how much fabric you can get in a £5 bag and how much you can get in a £10 bag, and whether next time it's just worth filling up £5 bags. Like, if I can get more fabric in them. I mean, I'm not saying I'm cheating the system, but if it can be done, it can be done. Right. That's the one for my mum. That's my mum's piece of the fans. I got this because I thought it was stretchy and I was going to make myself some like leggings or some like sportswear. I don't even do sports. I was going to make myself some sportswear. It's not stretchy. So it's kind of got like, it says like deluxe, turbo, fast, 32, super, spectacle. Yeah, so I think it's like all about to do with cars. So I'm going to have some sort of cars print dress, which is a bit crazy really. It's not something that I'd normally pick, but Marcus was like, look mummy, it's about cars, and I was like, quick, get it in the basket, love me. I think, does the print get bigger? Does that look bigger than that? I don't know. Yeah, it always says motor oil on it somewhere as well. I don't know, I suppose if we go to like a race or something, sometimes we go and watch like the cars race. Like, it might be a cute little dress for then, for watching cars. I do like to theme. More linen! This time in navy again. Very excited about that. I literally don't know what I'm going to do with all this linen. And some stripy viscose. I was really excited about this because I think this was the only piece of viscose that I really found. It's just like big boxes and you just sort of have to dive in. It's really hard to explain unless you're there. Like, I love it because I like to just pick random things out and then be like, oh, what am I going to do with it now? But if you're somebody who's really, really organised and likes to plan their project and like the pattern says buy 2 meters, so you buy 2 meters so that you've not got leftovers. Like, I don't think it's for you because you can't plan. It's literally like, if you see it, you have to grab it and put it in your bag because otherwise it'll be gone. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting one. I got this, which is like a jersey. This is going to be a Great British Sewing Bee wrap dress. I've got another wrap dress. Well, I've made 3 of them now. I've got a velvet one, which I wear a lot in winter. I've got a red velvet one, which I wear less, just because the velvet wasn't as nice. And I've got a grey one, which I wear all the time. And this fabric is a similar sort of weight to the grey fabric, so I'm going to make another one. Yeah, it's really cute though. It kind of reminds me of Diane von Fürstenbergen's. Okay, right. There's this, which is stretchy enough, I hope, to make some leggings. I've noticed like a lot of the mums walk just if they go to school, like some of them just wear like sports leggings and like a top or like a hoodie or something, and like I figure if I'm like walking the dog and stuff, like I need comfortable clothes for walking the dog, like stuff that I can just chuck on. So I thought I'd make myself some leggings, but it's quite cute. And I liked that it kind of had some like 80s neon vibes on the go. So I've got no idea how I'm going to cut it out. I've got no idea if there is enough for leggings, but that's hopefully what it's going to be. This is some cotton, but it's got sort of like a little, I don't know if you will see it, like a little embroidered pattern on it. That might be like a shirt or a shirt dress, something along those lines. It's really nice, so it feels really nice. I got denim. Like, I'm pretty sure this was the only piece of denim. It's got like a small amount of stretch, like the tiniest amount, like not much at all. Like the amount that you might find in like some M&S jeans. I do have a jeans pattern coming from the big pattern swap, but I'm not sure if this is going to be stretchy enough for that. So I'll just have to have a look. But denim, guys, denim. Like, you'd never find denim at this sale. Like last year I thought I'd found denim and it was linen. Story of my life, just fill up the cupboard with some more linen. But yeah, so I found some denim. I was very, very pleased. In fact, as soon as I found it, this woman was like, "You found denim, I want denim." And then she looked at me and was like, and I was like, "No, it's mine," and threw it to my mum. So my mum could bag it for me. I got some bright pink cotton. This was debated because I wasn't sure if it was going to wash me out. But one of the ladies said she thought it was quite cute. So I'm going to have a bright pink dress. Like Barbie. Who doesn't love Barbie? I've just realised I'm chucking all this on the floor and I've got to tidy it up afterwards. Like, I'm not really in the mood for tidying today. I've mainly just spent today sitting. Not even done any sewing, just sitting. Just chilling out. I got this. I'm not really sure what type of fabric it is. Like a brocade maybe. It's got like a nice pattern on it. No idea what to do with it. I got this purple fabric. It's more of like an aubergine plum colour in real life. And it's, I'd say it's like the same sort of weight as cotton. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I feel like I need to make like something kind of classy out of it. It's a really nice fabric. That's the thing though, it's one of those fabrics where you could do so many different things with it. We have got a wedding coming up next year, and I am conscious of the fact that I need a dress for that. So maybe it might be a dress for that, but I don't know if it's a bit like dour for a wedding, like a bit boring maybe. Maybe I should do something a bit fancier. And then my last piece of fabric is one of those where I just saw it and like my mum was like, and my sister was like, and I love it. I think it's just such a happy fabric, and I think I kind of liked it because I've just finished watching American, what was it called? American Crime Stories, something like that. They did the O.J. Simpson one, and then they did the Gianni Versace one. And I just kind of really loved all the clothes in it, because his clothes were just like mad. They were like so opulent and just had like all these, it was like tacky, but like fabulous tacky. So when I saw this, I was like, it reminds me of that. So it's like this drapey fabric, but it's printed with like all these dead big flowers, and like it's mainly green, and like I don't normally do green, but like how cool is that? I'm thinking maybe just like, I don't know, maybe I was just feeling in like a really summery mood, but I'm just thinking like some sort of like really nice like drapey maxi dress or something. Maybe this for the wedding. It's quite a statement though, isn't it? Like the statement's like, I love flowers. But yeah, I just really liked it, so I went for it. And that's it. That's everything that I got from the Abakhans sale. I can't quite believe that this video is 25 minutes long, but I hope you've enjoyed it. I am losing my voice. I was shouting for England last night, and I think I've done some damage. But yeah, I hope you liked the video. I am planning on doing some more videos. I've got some recorded, I've just not had a chance to edit them yet. But yeah, if there's any videos you want to see, just let me know in the comments, and please hit like and subscribe. Bye!
Oh. Say bye, Polly.